tie position, guys, again, only this time we're going to hit the high elbow guillotine from here. So I'm going to do the same setup again. So I'm looking to get close. The basic way into it, if he wasn't engaging with his hands, was for me to load the weight on. It's very hard for me to load Michael's weight onto me with my butt so far away from his hips. So I make the grip on his triceps, I scoot my butt in, and I load his weight onto me. So I'm bringing my knees towards my chest, and then I hit this L-tie position. So I have the underhook, I have my forearm tight to his shoulder, I make my grip, and I'm ear to ear in this position. So we've looked at a variety of different things. We've looked at getting on the back. Again, when I kick him off to my right side to try and shrug this off, like I said before, if he's being difficult to shrug this off, because he's trying to hug your head here, this hand will come off over the top of his head. This is why the L-tie is such a great position, because I just shrug it off and I put it in his jugular. My other foot goes in his hip. My other foot clamps down, and my knee's coming high, and then I just find that elbow. So the detail was, we can do it hand to hand, or I can find this elbow, and then I just shrug in. Okay? But another thing you can do from this position is from our butterfly guard, and I have this L-tie, is I try to cut this angle, okay? But instead of him trying to put me on the back, he's going to move his head back towards my legs in posture, so he's withdrawing his head. Instead of coming straight up though, he's moving his head back this way and then withdrawing it. Which makes sense, because I've made the connection over the back of his neck. If he postures from here, if he postures straight up from there, I'm just coming with him. But he's going to withdraw his head back this way and then posture. Okay? So, I need to have a reaction or a gain from this position if he does this. So when he does, I still keep the L-tie, but as his head's moving back, my right hand cups his head. Does that make sense? Now, when he postures, he's taking me with him. So now I snap the head down, and I find the chin. Okay? Now, we looked at the arm and guillotine from here, but that was from a wizard. And then I was going in and hitting it from this position. Because I have the underhook here and here, I can't do the arm and guillotine because I'm in this position. So now I just have to hit the regular high elbow guillotine. So from here, I'm not going to look for the sweep. Okay, I'm going to go straight for the submission. So the detail is, my hand that was on his chin is going to come inside, and I do what time is it grip. So basically I bring my fist towards his right shoulder, underneath, and then I look at my watch as if to say what time is it. Okay, so this comes in, I put my what time is it grip on. Okay, now from here, my left hand is coming underneath and I'm grabbing my fist, so I'm covering all the edges. I never want to guillotine anyone with my hand out like this, because then you can start to snag fingers and get broken fingers and stuff. So I want to make sure there's no sharp edges. So my left covers my right. I have my what time is it grip. From this position, okay, my right foot is going to come into his right hip, and I swing my left leg over. So I'm in my guillotine position. I do three things. Okay, I kick with my right foot to move my hips away from him, and as I do that, I'm curling my head towards him, and then I'm pulling my fist up towards my chest to get the crush, which is this. So I'm doing three things at once. It's kick, curl, and crunch. I kick with my foot, okay? I kick with my foot to move my hips back. This creates space for me to curl into with my body. And then I'm pulling my fist towards my chin. So I'm doing three things at once. So again, from our position, another way into it was Michael was trying to push me flat on my back, so I get my 2-on-1. I scoot my butt in. To remove it, I just push it up in the air, and then I just pull him towards me, and I get my L-tie position. But this time I feel him backing out. So the second he backs out and his head's coming up, my right hand grabs the back of his head. And as he postures, he's taking me with him. So I snap his head down, and my right hand grabs his chin. I have the underhook here. So from there, my left hand comes underneath, I grab the fist. But before I do that, I do my what time is it grip. So the hand that was on the chin comes above his right shoulder, and I do this with my fist. The what time is it grip. I make my grip, my right foot engages at his right hip, my left comes across, Michael's escape is to jump to the other side, which is this side. He can't with my legs across his back. Okay? Now from here, my right foot kicks. This creates the space, so my hips move out from underneath him. Same time, my head curves towards his head, and then I'm bringing my fist towards my chin. One more time on that. Again, if he's not engaging with his hands and we're hand fighting, I'll start pushing at his knees. See, his reaction is to stop me pushing by making a grip. So again, I can go straight for the arm drag. So I make the grip on the fist, on the wrist. I'm coming to here, but as I pull him, he pushes his hand on my shoulder. Stop me. So from there, this hand comes across. And now I can scoop my hips in. We're back to the same position again. And he loads right onto me. I get my L tight. Forearm tight in his jugular. Left over right, gable grip, ear to ear. Okay, I'm about to kick him off to the side. He starts to disengage. He's moving his head back, he wants to posture up. So from there, my right hand grabs the back of his head and I let him posture. I let him bring my back off the mat. So now I do my snap down. So I snap it down, my right hand grabs his chin. Okay. My right hand then comes across and I do my what time is it grip. The left grabs my fist. From here, I'm moving my hips back so my right foot comes into his right hip. Then the left comes across. I do my three things. I kick to move my hips back, I curl my body in, and then I crush. The other detail is the high elbow, which stops the Von Flew defense. So we can do the guillotine, okay, with just our arm tucked to our body. But sometimes when you go for this, Michael can throw this arm, over my shoulder. And use his shoulder. He starts stacking me here to try and choke me. That's not nice. His shoulder's driving into my jugular. But it's easy stop. When we get to here, my right hand comes high. Okay, so if you try that now, it makes a block. So when he tries to drive his shoulder into my shoulder, okay, it just becomes a wall. So we'll do that one more time. The final detail. So again, anytime this reaches, I make my grips, I scoop my butt in, take him over, lock the L tie, he starts to back off, I come up with him. So now I snag his head, make the grip. Okay, bring my what time is it grip in, find my hand, foot comes into the hip, elbow comes across tight, I kick, curve, and crunch. So that's our guillotine, guys, from the L time. Let's for 5.